Hello and welcome to Hardcore Foam Curl, a channel where I hope to help you make your D&D games more visually interesting, more stimulating for your players, and all without any specialty equipment, and only using things you can buy at your local craft store or dollar store.
So, for our first little video, we're going to be learning how to make small potion bottles. In order to do this, you're going to need some glass bottles available at any dollar store and or craft store. You'll need some craft acrylic paint and some 2-part epoxy glue. I suggest getting 10-minute epoxy rather than the 5-minute epoxy. The first time I did this, I used 5-minute epoxy and it was fine, but when I decided to do it for this video, I must have got a batch with some extra catalyst in it or something, because I almost burned my hands, and rather than delightfully neat little potion bottles, I got little bottled organs instead. So what you're going to need to do is take a small amount of paint, about 1/6 of the amount of epoxy resin that you're going to use, and then mix it in with the 2-part epoxy. Hopefully you've got epoxy that pours well, so once you've mixed everything together, just pour it very slowly, very carefully into your little glass jars. Then run a small amount around the cork of the glass jar so that that stays intact. Leave that to dry. You'll notice it'll be reacting and working when it starts developing some warmth around the edge of the glass due to the fact that 2-part epoxy has an exothermic reaction. Making coffee at this time was not completely pointless. 1, coffee is tasty. 2, we're going to be using the coffee to stain some paper to make some labels for our bottles. First, stain some paper, then wait for the paper to dry. And once the paper is dry, use some white PVA glue to stick it onto the bottles. You can either write the amount of hit dice that the potion will heal, or you can draw some interesting in-universe stuff on the labels.
So that is how you make little potion bottles. You can make these for all sorts of things. I have a bunch here. I have little oil bottles. I have one for poison. Basically, you've got lots and lots of options with that technique there, and this helps a lot. One, it's just cute. Giving little tiny objects to your players makes them feel special. And also, it helps take a bit of that mental load off. You don't need to remember how many times you've given out health potions to balance a combat encounter. Basically, all you need to know is, how many has everyone got? Well, they'll have them on the table. It also helps your players. They don't have to write another thing down on their character sheet, which gets full enough as things go on. So, I hope you enjoyed that very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to think of what next I'm going to do, and I'll see you all next time.